My name is Stamkos. I'm from Markham, Ontario. I'm a center, and my favorite NHL player is Joe Sakic. Just because he's so smart out there, he's a great leader, and he makes all his teammates better.
Do out there?
I like to see myself as a complete hockey player. When a lot of people look at me, they kind of base my game strictly on offense, and I definitely enjoy scoring goals and getting assists, but I think what separates me from a lot of people is my ability to play defense as well, and just my fearlessness out there. I'm not afraid to go into the corner and rough it up, whether it be after the whistle, stuff like that. I mean, I take pride in my defensive game and as well as my offensive game, and as for my strengths, I think my skating is definitely something that I've really tried to improve on the last couple of years, and I think it's at the level where I want it to be at this part of my career, so that would definitely be my greatest strength out there. Well, with Alexander Ovechkin coming into the league, I like his style of play. Like I said before, he just like me, he's not afraid to rough it up out there. You see him throwing some pretty big hits, and he just loves scoring goals and using his speed and creativity out there on the ice. And I think that's definitely someone that I like to pattern my game after. I don't think I'm that flashy, but no, I like him and like everyone else. They just love scoring goals, and he goes a little crazy, but I don't think I've come up with a special routine like that yet. I'll hopefully work on that. Well, I saw Rob Schrempf do that in, it might have been the AHL All-Star Game or something like that, I think a week before the OHL All-Star Game, and I thought that was pretty cool. I watched it a couple times and kind of tried it out in practice leading up to the OHL All-Star Game, and when I found out I was doing the two events, the fastest skater and then the breakaway, I did the fastest skater first, and I bailed in the final turn, and I didn't want to be the guy that all the fans knew as the guy that fell, so I knew I had to pull something pretty spectacular in the All-Star shootout, so I went down, and luckily for me it worked, and it hadn't gone top shelf like that in practice, so I think someone was on my side there. Well, my dad was definitely the biggest influence on my hockey career. He had a great passion and love for the game, and he introduced me at a very young age. I mean, I can remember being in the Jolly Jumper with a mini stick in my hand all the time, and he'd take me out there public skating. I think it was when I was 2.5 or 3 years old. I'd be pushing the chair around, and I just loved it. I never wanted to come off the ice, and then I started with the organized hockey, and I mean, my parents were just always there supporting me, taking me to practices at 6 in the morning, and then when I kind of got older and kind of realized that I was pretty good at the sport, my dad, he would take me to the hockey schools just to improve all my skills, and I guess it's paid off. Yeah, my competitiveness for sure. I hate losing, and I've been fortunate to play on some really great teams, whether it was with soccer, lacrosse, baseball, or hockey. I've been part of some pretty spectacular teams that have had great coaching, and just playing all those different sports definitely helped me, not only in that sport, but as a person off the ice, just making new friends. And I think every sport had a particular just something that would help me in hockey, whether it was hand-eye coordination or conditioning. So yeah, I think that was probably one of the best things for me, was to experience those different sports, and then when I realized hockey was something that I loved, and I just stuck with it.
I can do this?
I think I would have to say my OHL draft year. Growing up playing minor hockey, I was always one of the smaller guys, and coming into my OHL draft year, I kind of had a bit of a growth spurt, and I trained really hard in the summer, and I think midway through that OHL draft year, I kind of realized that I had a chance if I kept progressing well, and I kept working hard at my game, and coming into that season, I had no clue that I'd be drafted that high to the OHL, but kind of surprised myself there, so I just kept working hard, and I went to a great organization in the Sarnia Sting with great coaching staff, Dave McQueen, and they had confidence in me from day one, and it's definitely helped me out there on the ice.
For game day?
Yeah, I'm a pretty superstitious guy when it comes to how the team's doing or how I'm doing. I take a pregame nap and listen to the same 2 songs on my iPod before my nap, before every game, and that's something I've been doing since I came to the OHL, and I mean, I can remember this year our team had lost 4 or 5 games in a row, so a couple of us bleached our hair just to change up our luck, and we went on a 4-game winning streak. So just little things like that, whether it's doing something with my hair or changing the color of the tape on my stick, just little things. I know they might not mean much to a normal person, but I'm a pretty superstitious guy, so I definitely think about that stuff. Well, I can remember my dad's favorite player for when he was playing for the Leafs was Wendell Clark, and I remember when I was born on February 7th, my dad was actually watching the game, and he had a little medallion made up for the ticket stub of that game, so that was pretty special for me. So I really enjoyed watching him when he was in Toronto, and then I mean, guys like Steve Yzerman and Joe Sakic come to mind, just how great leaders they are, and I definitely idolized those guys growing up.
It's meant for you.
Well, that was the ultimate dream come true for me. I can remember sitting at home for probably the past 8 years on Boxing Day, just anticipating the first puck drop there, the World Junior Championships, and I watched every game with my parents, and I never dreamed of being there at the age of 17, but I guess my work in the summer and just my love for the game paid off, and I was able to earn a spot on the team, and just being able to put that jersey on for the first time representing your country at a world-class tournament like that was a tremendous honor. And then when you step out onto the ice for the first game, you just have chills down your back, and you just realize that you've accomplished your goal. And then to go out there and win the gold medal with a great bunch of guys like we had there was just the icing on the cake, and it's definitely something I'll remember for a very long time.
What was that all about?
Well, they actually scored the shift I had just come off, so I just remember being on the ice, and Coach Hartsburg called me and Holzaffel to go out there for the 4-on-4, and that was probably the most nerve-wracking experience in my hockey career. You don't want to be the guys that are known for getting scored on, so I think I got the puck, and we just dumped it in and changed as soon as we could, and before you knew it, Matthias brought the puck out from behind that, and Halchuk banged it in, and all I remember seeing is the ref point to the net signaling the goal, and all 22 of us, or 20 of us that were on the bench just jumped, and I guess that's the best way to win is in overtime, but the worst way to lose for Sweden.
NHL.
Well, I definitely used that as motivation for me. Playing in Sarnia last year, I got to see a lot of those two guys in London, and they're spectacular players in the OHL, and to see how well they're doing right now in the NHL, and they're both very young, and I'm pretty in the same position as them as they were last year playing in the OHL, and just to see them accomplish their dream, and know that I can hopefully follow in their footsteps, and know what it takes to get to the next level. It's definitely something I look forward to, and something I really use as motivation, because I know if they can do it, then I can do it as well. I'll probably have a little nerves heading into the draft, but if I could foretell the future, then it's probably going to be the happiest day of my life when you hear your name called there for your National Hockey League team. It's every Canadian kid's dream who grows up playing hockey, whether it's street hockey or on the ice. They're always maybe saying in their head that they can play for an NHL team, and for me, that's definitely going to be the happiest day of my life when I hear my name called. Well, I'm a pretty personal guy. I love spending time with friends and family, and away from the rink, just like any other teenager, I like playing video games with all the guys on our teams, catching a movie, going out for wings, stuff like that. Sometimes it's nice just to get away from the rink and take your mind off hockey. I mean, playing in a major junior hockey league is a pretty demanding mentally and physically, so when you just get away from the rink, spend time with your friends, it's always fun. My most embarrassing hockey moment came last year when we were playing the London Knights. It was the last game before the Christmas break, and it was on Sportsnet actually, so it was televised nationally across Canada, and I remember getting pretty excited for that game, and it was a great game. Went into overtime. I had a few chances, but couldn't score, and then it went into the shootout, and I remember with the Sarnia-London rival, it was packed in our arena, and I had a chance to win it, and the crowd was going crazy. Everyone was standing up, and I could just remember being so nervous going up to the puck in the shootout, and I went down, and I went to make a move, and I can remember the puck just going flying into the corner, and I didn't even get a shot off, and you can just hear the whole crowd just in awe that just happened. It was on national TV, and I can remember just going back to the bench, and I think I broke my stick over the boards, and then I had to go home the next day, and I went and watched my old minor midget team, and I can just remember getting heckled coming into the rink. I think one guy asked me what I was going to ask Santa for Christmas, and if it was how to take a shootout, so that was pretty embarrassing for me.